Hello, and welcome to another episode where in this one will be a top 10 of two-player only games. Enjoy! So hello, welcome. As I said, this is a top 10 two-player only list because me and my wife game a lot together, and so just hard two-player games are our top 10. My wife, we've got separate lists. My wife doesn't like being on camera, so she won't be here. Let's get into it. So, number 10 is actually a tie. We both put Santorini. Santorini is like a abstract strategy game where you will select a god card at the beginning, and that gives you sort of like asymmetric powers. And then you have like two pawns, and you'll be moving them around the board, and you will be building buildings, and you will try to get one of yours on a level 3. And you'll be trying to stop your opponent from doing that by either capping them off or moving things around. Nice, quick, easy game. Well, I say quick depending on how much of a battle there is. Really good game. So let's get into number 9. So my number 9 is Beer and Bread. So really nice board where like it just splits the table up, and you're sort of a bit of an engine builder, and then you're sort of like trying to get the resources and stuff to make bread or make beer, but you're not wanting to concentrate on one too much, because your score at the end of the game is your lowest score of the two. So you either score for beer or you score for bread. And if I scored 15 for beer and 13 for bread, 13 is my final score. So it sort of creates this, well, I'm doing a lot of beer, so I'll ignore that for now. You're thinking a lot more rather than just, I'm just going to stick with one and just go for it. You got to find that balance. And it's a really good game, especially for two players, especially sitting opposite each other. The board sets out very nice. And then you have like good and bad seasons. So that changes up how you sort of doing things on that. The engine builder bit is like how you're going to score at the end. You gain this once you clean up. You can make more bread or beer at the same sort of time. You can gain more resources. You can store more resources. And then like the odd special thing. And yeah, it just works so well. Really recommend it. Really good game. And my wife's number 9 is Sky Team. Now, Sky Team is another really good game, and you're working together to fly and land a plane. And this game is so good because you get, like, 1, it's a small box. 2, you get a lot of stuff in the box. A lot of replayability. You can sort of like, once you've played it enough, you like, want an easier game, play this one. Want a harder game, play this one. So you can sort of adjust the difficulty for how you want as well, once you've sort of like played it a bit and know how things work. And So the way the game works is you'll pick a flight that you want to do, set it up, and then you will be talking about what you want to do, like a planning phase, but you can't say anything too specific, like, oh, we could put a mid-range number here or a high number there or whatever. So you gotta sort of be quite loose with it, of let's just try and do what we can do sort of thing. So that bit's a bit weird, but so then you sort of roll your dice in secret, and then it's like alternate start players. So, and then you just place dice, and you're trying to let air traffic control know that your sort of planes are in your path, so they'll move planes from your path. You're trying to stay level. You can try and sort of have a consistent speed, or you might want to speed up or slow down depending on like how things are going. And then you're going to be wanting to flick all these switches and sort your landing gears out for when you want to land, and then you got to try and brake. So yeah, really good game. Like, yeah, you sort of got that luck with the dice, but it's mitigated by it's not so much of like a high dice roll that messes out. No, because like you play something and then they go, oh, I've got something similar to that, so like that balances it out, or I've got something opposite. So depending on what you're trying to do, if you want a low number in total, they could play like a 1 and you could play a 6 and still work out. So yeah, really good game. Really good game. So that's our number 9. Mine's Beer and Bread, and hers is Sky Team. So number 8, mine is Blood Bowl. So this is a fantasy tabletop American football game from the Warhammer Fantasy universe, where, yeah, just chaos. It's very good. Like, so you'll pre-build a team, models, and yeah, play. You could play in a tournament, so you could say it's not a strict 2-player, but whilst you're playing, it's just 2 players. So then, yeah, just like you sort of bring your team, you sort of, there's rules to setting up of like you need at least like 2 characters here and stuff, and yeah, it's a bit like a skirmish war game a bit, but also bringing in football. And yeah, you could play a team like Orcs and not even try and score a point, just beat down on your opponent and just then get the ball and walk it through. Or you can play something like Elves and try and be a bit more like running with the ball and stuff. So yeah, like really good, love it. Just rolling dice and beating down on people because you can foul and stuff. So there's all sorts of rules of like stomping on someone's head if they're already down and stuff. So yeah, some fun stuff. Really good game. Really recommend it. Not like a really big learning curve like war games, like Warhammer stuff tends to be. I'm probably way into that sort of game. So yeah, really good. Love it. Recommend it. And then my wife's is Lacuna, another abstract game. So Lacuna is, just comes in like a cylinder, like tube, and you just get this mat out, you put it out, it's got a circle on it, and then you take a flower colour each, and just set it aside, and then you shake the rest up. The tube becomes like a shaker. You shake the rest up, and then you sort of tip them out. Try and get them as evenly spread as possible. And then you have, how many is it? 6, I want to say 5 or 6 of these like placement things. And then you look at a colour of flower, find to draw a line, and then you can place your pawn anywhere on that imaginary line that you draw on. And then you take both the colours, you bang them. And so then, once you've gone through all the placements and claimed all of them, then the person closest to each flower claims that flower, and the person with the majority of each flower wins, and then the person with the most of the majorities, like the person with the most of that flower wins that flower, and then the person with the most flowers wins. There's no ties because you can't tie. And yeah, really good game. Like, plays very quick. So when we play, we tend to play it 2, 3, 4 times. Yeah, like, some people might not like the box because it's sort of like, where do we put it? Because it's an odd-shaped box. But yeah, I'd recommend it. Like, especially to abstract games. Looks a bit nicer than a lot of abstract games as well. So yeah, so recommend that. That's number 8, Blood Bowl and Lacuna. Number 7 is, for me, The Architects of Amethyst, which is a really good 2-player back and forth tile placement, a bit of tic-tac-toe game of, like, the central board, and you've got 4 pawns, and you place on the central board, and you take the tile that you placed it on, and then you place it on your personal board, and then you'll score for that placement. So it might be, I can't remember what colour it is, but say it was red. On, is it blue that's a wall? So if it's on the outside edge, they'll score you 2 points per tile, wall tile that is on the edge. So your first tile, 2 points. Later in the game, you might get 10 points because you got 5 on the edge. So you're scoring points that way, but then also you're looking at, you've got like cards, and you're trying to get the same sort of shapes, colours and shapes. So you might say like a red, yellow, blue, green, and if you do that, I've achieved that. And so you're trying to get more of these cards to score. But you're scoring on your placement, and then also if you manage to get 3 in a row, you get a king's favour, and so then you can put these little chip things on this scoreboard, and so then you can get some end game scoring as well. So that might be something of like, you score 2 points for each, like one that's just on the bottom level, or you might score 5 points for each thing that's on the 5th level. You might score 2 points for each completed objective card, just things like that. And so then you sort of like add all your points up. The person with the most points wins. So really good game. Play it like, yeah, I've had it a couple of years now. Still really good. And partners number 7 is Jaipur, which is just like a small, quick little 2-player. You have a starting hand of cards, some camels that there's a bonus for having the most camels, but also they help you get a lot of cards at once. So like if there's 4 of the same card out, you could very easily, but I'll take them 4 but swap them for the camels because I still want this gold in my hand. And you want a lot of the same, because what you're going to do is you're going to be like, I'm going to put down 5 silk, and if you put down, like for the lower ones, you could just put 1 down if you wanted. That's it, just 1. But for something more expensive, you can put 2 down, and each time you put 1 down, you take the topmost token. So the quicker you do it, the more value they're worth. But then also you sort of want in some bonus tokens. So if you put at least 3 down, you get a 3 bonus token. You don't know how many points that is, but then there's a bonus for playing 4 or 5. So it's trying to get that balance of, do I want them expensive tokens, or do I chance it and try and get another card, and then try and get them 3 most expensive tokens and a bonus. But then you don't know what your opponent's got. Like, you can try and read what they got with things they're grabbing, but you don't know what they start with, so then you're thinking, but are they gonna get it before me? So you're sort of having this bit of back and forth, trying to like get the most of the materials, most points, and then at the end of the round you count up how many points you got from your goods and your bonuses, and then I think it's 5 point for having the most camels. Add all them up, the winner gets a winner token, and then the first one to get 2 of those wins the whole game. So 2 to 3 rounds, plays very quick. It's a good game. She obviously likes it a lot more than me. But yeah, I don't mind playing it. So yeah, that's our number 7s. The Architects of Amethyst and Jalpor. So then number 6. My number 6 is Radlands. Really good card battler. A lot of people say it's like a TCG without having a TCG. And yeah, it's like really cool. You sort of like select these bases at the beginning. Your resources are water. Yeah, you're in a sort of like Mad Max post-apocalyptic like world where water's scarce. And that's like the main sort of resource. Yeah, you sort of like playing cards. Yeah, just really good game, back and forth, destroying each other's bases, and then if you win it. Like, just don't forget bunks of people too. So yeah, that's my number 6. So my wife's number 6 is the Yellow House, which is a interesting concept. So you're having a debate about art, and it's like as if you were Van Gogh and I can't remember his friend's name, one of his friends, and you're sort of arguing over what's the most important thing in art. Like creativity, there's like 4 things. So there's like creativity, passion, money, and muse, or something like, or materials, or something like that. It's a card shedding game, and so you got this like nice little track with all the things on. You get your cards, and what you do is you choose 2 of them to give to your opponent, and they give 2 to you. And the 2 that you give move the tokens up the track. So if I give them 2 red, red moves up to track twice. If they give me a purple and a yellow, purple and yellow move up. So then I might want to play green because that's the lowest. So I might want to play green because that's the lowest, or I might want to play red because that's the highest. But then if I'm playing that, they're going to get rid of more cards because they've got to pay a card to move the, say they're going for yellow, they're going to have to pay a card to move yellow up to red, and then for it to overtake red, and then play a card to then debate it. So they've just got rid of 3 cards right there, rather than me playing green and then them playing yellow, and then me playing a purple to move purple up, and then another purple to debate it. But then they're going to be playing 2 reds as well. So you sort of always trying to think of like, what's like, I've got all these colours, so that means that they've probably got these, but some have been taken out, so what have they got? And you sort of think, so you're just trying to do this card counting and thinking of what they got and how best to sort of manipulate the tracks and to get rid of them, to optimize getting rid of the most cards and stuff, but not doing yourself over. And when you win a round, you like the last, like say I played green last, I'd take one of my green cards and put it to the side to be like, I've won a green. Then the next, you start again, reshuffle, redeal, set the track back, and do the same, swap some cards, start the track, and then just keep going. If I won a yellow, we'd go again, and then it's first one to win 3 different rounds, or if I won a second green, then I'll win the game. So it's either 2 of the same or 3 different, wins the game. Really good game, really interesting, like beautiful artwork, like just amazing. So yeah, that's not on my list for some reason, but it was close to being on there. So yeah, that. Number 6 was Radlands and the Yellow House. My number 5 is Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle Earth. Amazing game. Played Seven Wonders Duel. Like, knew it was a really good game, but just weren't too bothered about it. Did have it in the collection, but it just never got pulled out, and it was a bit like, oh, do we have to do this sort of thing with certain things? But then, and so we sort of put Lord of the Rings Duel off for a bit, but then we finally got it played, and I was like, certain tweaks and stuff and the theming just made it so much better. I was just like, oh my god, this is an amazing game. So I can't remember, I think we got rid of Seven Wonders Duel before, but like brought it pretty much straight away after playing it. Like, such an amazing game. Like, really recommend it, especially for Lord of the Rings fans. Just like, yeah. So you sort of getting these cards and you sort of playing them. So there's different things that they do. So gold will give gold. Blue is like the ring, so the ring track will move, and then you're sort of playing good and evil. So either Sam and Frodo will move, or the ring wraith will move. And yeah, like, so that's like a really good track. So that's one way to win. Either get enough rings for you to either get to Mount Doom or catch up to the Hobbits. Then there's like sort of like grey ones, which sort of give you like materials to help you buy other cards. Then there's like green, which is sort of having like relationships with other races through Middle Earth, so the dwarves, humans, elves, wizards, ents. And then that's another way to win if you're got a good relationship with all 5 races. Then there is like red, which is like fighting, and so then you sort of like, there's another board where you're sort of like trying to take over Middle Earth, and that's another way to win, have presence in every location. And so there's like, in the fight mechanics, very simple. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to move these 3 troops into there, you've got 2, so we remove 1 each until there's a winner. If I move 2 in, then no one's in there anymore. So yeah, really good game. And then there's ways to sort of like permanently stay in there with like, they call it like fortresses, so, and they just stay there, so armies can move in and out without having to you worry about, oh, I'm going to lose that sort of area. And just a really good game, just really solid. Yeah, like takes Seven Wonders Duel and just turns it up tenfold. If you like Seven Wonders Duel and you think, oh, I don't need Lord of the Rings, this is so good. Honestly, so much better. Like, even without like the Lord of the Rings theme, and just it's just that bit tighter, just that bit nicer than Seven Wonders Duel. So yeah, that is my number 5. So my partner's number 5 is Splendor Duel. This is so much better than Splendor. The way that they've added that board, and so then you take 3 in a row rather than I'll take this, that, other. No. Okay, so 3 in a row. Oh, what do I want? You pick 3 of the same in a row, they get a benefit. If you pick 2 pearls, they get a benefit. There's gold there, so you could be like, I'll take this gold and reserve this card. The nobles, rather than just giving you straight victory points, there's one that gives you straight victory points. The others give you victory points, but then also a bonus, whether it's steal, take another turn, or get the bonus scroll things. Bonus scrolls where before you've even taken your turn, you can be like, I'm going to cash this in, I'm going to take that chip. And so then for my turn, because that was the last one I wanted, I'm going to use these to buy this card. It takes Splendor and just turns it up to 11. So good. Amazing game. Like, if anyone likes Splendor, I suggest just binning it and getting Splendor Duel. It's way better. Like, Splendor, played it, it's alright. You know what I mean? Better engine builders out there. But I put off Splendor Duel for ages because Splendor. But then when I played it, I was just like, this is so much better. Like, so much better. Like, yeah. So, bin your Splendors, get Splendor Duel. So they're the number 5s. Mine is Lord of the Rings Duel, and my wife's is Splendor Duel. So, number 4, my number 4 is a crossover. Already talked about it. My number 4 is Sky Team. What can I say? Really good game. That's why I put it at number 4. That's why it's on both our lists. So, I've already spoke about it, so go back and listen to all that, and then go back. My wife's number 4 is another crossover, and that is the Architects of Amethyst. Let's say, once again, really good game. That's why it's on both our lists. If you want to listen to what I got to say, take the video back, listen to that stuff. Yeah, so number 4, nice and quick. Crossovers. So mine's Sky Team, and hers is Architects of Amethyst. So number 3, my number 3 is Watergate. Amazing tour war game about the Watergate scandal. Yeah, just really good game. So one of you plays Nixon, other plays the porter, can't remember his name. And yeah, you're just sort of like doing this really good tug of war. You got the central board, and then you sort of like, as Nixon, you're trying to disgrace the reporter. As the reporter, you're trying to get all your evidence together, and you're sort of trying to get like a track from these witnesses, informers, all that sort of stuff to Nixon. If you get 2, you win the game. Or like Nixon, if he went like disgrace him so much. Sorry. Or Nixon, if he disgraces him so much, he wins the game. And yeah, it's a really tough game, like, because your cards, you got like, they've got different things that they do, the multi-use cards, so you can either move things on a track so much, that's in the top corner. So there's the I can't think of it. Sort of like initiative token. Yeah, initiative. So there's the initiative token. So you'd want to go first because you get an extra card if you go first as well. So you can do more. So you're sort of battling for the initiative. There's the red token card. What that is, you're battling for that. That's what Nixon wants. But then also there's these 3 bits of evidence, and I can't remember which way around it is. I haven't played it for a bit. And they're secret to one player. I think this, yeah, so Nixon knows what they are. And so he'll look at them, place them face down on the centre of the track. And then the reporter can say, like, they might be limited. Sometimes there's a bit of a wild, sometimes they're limited to 2 or 1 colour because there's only 3 colours. So they might say, is there a blue token? I'll move it 3, and then Nixon will look. And there might be some that are multicoloured again. All 3 could be blue. So they can flip one of them, not all of them, just one, and move it 3. They go, okay, I know that's blue. Also, like, some of them have got like red markers on them, so if you win them, like the red token starts close to you in the next round. So yeah, there's all these things that you're trying to sort of, oh, this will benefit me. And then there's text on the card. There's 2 lots of text. There's like this little thing, like sort of like instance, and like you just follow the text, do what it says. And then there's ones that are more powerful, and it's like, once you've used this, remove it from the game. So then you're like, oh, when's the right time to use it, because that card's out of the game then. You know what I mean? So you sort of get around to your other cards quicker, but then it might be quite strong on the tug of war track thing. It might be like a 3 or a 4 compared to like a 1. So yeah, like, really good game. Really recommend it. Like, listen, rules wise, it's like quite simple, but then there's a lot of thinking to do with it. And then my wife's number 3 is an even simpler rule set, but really thinky, and that's Boop. This game here. So we haven't actually played Boop. We've only played Boop, but put this on the list because this is better than Boop, because you can play normal Boop with it, but then also it comes with like these little ghost figures that you sort of like put on, and then they like sort of move through the quilt and scare the cats and kittens as it moves through. So that's a really good game. like, sounds interesting, sounds like it adds another layer, but we've only ever played Boop with it, but we brought it because you can just play Boop with it, you can play like, it's kind of like getting an expansion with it, and then it looks cuter, nice colours, but what you're essentially doing is you have a set of kittens, and you want to like, and then you sort of like got a gridded quilt, and you're placing these kittens on, and what you're trying to do is get 3 in a row, or all your kittens on, so then you can start changing them into cats, and then you're trying to get your cats to be 3 in a row, and then you get 3 cats in a row, you win the game. But it's not as simple as that, because the kittens and the cats will be booping each other. So kittens can boop other kittens, but not cats, but cats can boop kittens and cats. So, yeah, I said cats. So yeah, like, if I'll go first and place my kitten here, my partner will go second, she'll place her kitten here and nudge that one. And so, you know, you'd be knocking them off the quilt, and you'll be sort of like setting yourself up to like get 3 in a row, but then they'll get knocked away and stuff. And so yeah, like, it's a really good abstract strategy game, really cute, really thinking, really simple on the rules, literally told you all of them. That's it. Like, get 3 in a row, convert up, or get all of them on, convert one of them up, and then try and get them cats in a row. Don't be too close to the edge, you could get knocked off. Yeah, just really thinking, like, and then what are they going to do? How are they going to mess me up? How can I mess them up? Really good, really thinking. So that's number 3. Mine was Watergate, my partner's was Boop. Boop. So yeah, number 2, mine is another card battler, and that's Duel for Cardia. Oh my god, this game is amazing, to the point where it's up for a Spiel nomination, I think. I'm sure I've seen on one of the Spiels, I don't know which one. Yeah, Spiel. Don't know if it's Kenner or what, but yeah, it's up for a nomination. This game is so good. So you get a deck of 16 cards. You can, and then in the box you get 2 different decks. So you could even put them together. So what you do is you both have the same deck of 16 cards, and you both pick a card in secret, flip it, highest number wins. That's it. But then the loser gets to activate their ability. So number 1 is this duel, discard both cards in this duel. Number 16 is, if you win this duel, you win the game. So, but 16 is the highest number, and then there's some like 14 is like the next card you play has 3 less, so you'd sort of want to try and set yourself up so then they're going to play a high card, you play 16 but it's actually classed as 13, they're playing like 14 or something, winner. So it's sort of like trying to read each other, bluff each other, counting what they've sort of put out, you know what I mean? And you only sort of think you have like 3 cards in your hand, so you sort of draw back up after, and so you're like, well, they played this, they've got this left. So it's really thinky, sort of like, I'm going to personally lose this one to be able to do this ability. So like one of the abilities is you win all ties. So then like, I've got 3 wins and 2 ties. If I play that and lose, I win all ties. I've got my 5, and I think it's like first to win 5 duels wins. Like, so good. Plays so quick to set up, quick to play, and easy on the rules. Really thinky, really good. Really recommend anyone play it. Such a good game. I don't know where do I think I played on BGA first. Like, really liked it. Partner brought it me, and just and then honestly, just get it. Really good game. My partner's number 2 is a crossover, Beer and Bread. Such a good game. It's her number 2. It's on both our lists. So yeah, if you want to listen to me talk about it, go back to my number 9 and listen to that. So yeah, really good game. Recommend it for anyone. Like, any of these games I would recommend. So I don't know why I'm saying that. So yeah, people want to play 2 players, play all these games. So yeah, that was our number 2s. Mine was Duel for Cardia, and my wife's was Beer and Bread. So number 1, mine is crossover. You could probably tell with how I spoke about it when it was my wife's number 5, Splendor Duel. As I say, get rid of your Splendors. Splendor Duel is the only way to play Splendor. So good. All the changes they made to it just make it a much better game. So yeah, really recommend Splendor Duel. That's my number 1. And then my partner's number 1 is another crossover, Wargate. Once again, really good game. That's how good it is. It's been in I'm sure it's been in the top 10. It's been top 100 for how long? It's my number 3. It's my wife's number 1. Get it. So yeah, if you want to listen to me talk about it again, go back to number 3. My number 3. Listen to me talk about it. But yeah, really good game. All of these are really good games, as I said. So yeah, there's our lists. I will post it somewhere on my Facebook page and upscrolled if you're on either of them. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this list, and if you and your partner play games, or if you and a mate just play games, just 2 of you, hope this list has helped. Honestly, get these games. Pick anything on this. Honestly, get these games. Anything on this list, honestly, so good. Like, you won't be disappointed. Enjoy.